Swinton. It's the Swinton players here who are making their entrance for what could be a hard second half at the ground we now have to call the loverugbyleague.com stadium. No more Mount Pleasant, 100 and odd years of history, and commercialism takes over. So Batley to do it in this second half. Are they going to do it by a distance, or are we going to see Swinton dig deep?
Well, if they get the same kind of ruck speed as they had in the first half coming up the hill, you know, I really do think they should make a complaint to the referee, Swinton, about Batley running too hard. And if the referee helps them there, I think they have a chance. But in essence, what I'm saying, whilst I'm in an element of sarcasm in what I'm saying there, is that Swinton have to do something about that. They've got to meet like with like. They've got to match the intensity and the vigour of the Batley team in the second half. And rugby league's a strange old game, you know. Your pride has to play a part of what you do, and I'm sure that Swinton will recognise that they were probably a little bit off the pace in that first half, and show that required vigour and energy that you need to play this game. Dave Merrick is going to give the signal here, the referee, that we can get this second half underway, and Ian Moore puts boots to ball, sends it spinning downfield, and a chance for Batley to bring it back with some vim and vigour. My word, what a carry that is, straight away by Alex Wormsley, the youngster. They're still hanging on to him, he's still going, he's back to the 40-metre mark. What about that for a start, David Woods?
Well, that's not what Swinton would have wanted for sure. You know, he's carried the ball 40 metres and puts him in good field position straight away, and you know, straight away Swinton on the back foot.
Well, his brother, we keep saying it, Liam Wormsley, is expected to come on at some point in this second half, and it could be a comfortable position. He finds himself making his debut because Batley are making good inroads again here. Out from acting half, it's taken by Matty Wildey. They're going to be held up.
I can't remember once in the first half, Dave, Swinton getting the same kind of field position as we see Batley get here.
Oh, here's Moore, good kick. The fullbacks missed it. The referee says it was knocked on in midair by the Batley player who challenged for it. I think it was Bretherton who went up, wasn't it? So it's a bit of relief here for Swinton.
Yeah, it's knock on clearly from the Batley player, wasn't it?
So Swinton a chance to settle into this second half. 39 minutes just under to try and turn things around. Here comes Mort from the wing. Have a little bit of a dig. 23 years of age these days, Ian Mort, the former Lee man, of course. Up from dummy half, it's taken again. Mark Smith roams into position to collect it from the boot of Hawkyard and puts it onto Ainscoe, and left it goes again to Cunniff. Dale Cunniff. I think one thing that really irritates him is that people keep putting an L in his name. Dale Cunliffe, they keep calling him, and it is Cunniff, Dale Cunniff. Even in the written press, they get it wrong. So if you're listening, make a note. Here comes David Mills. Good drive by him. 5 tackles gone. This now is the last. Smith kicks away from dummy half. The bounce is a kind one. And Potts will bring it back. And he's tackled on the 40-metre mark, so again a good starting position to the set here.
Yeah, they're in play one. It was taking Swinton till play 4 and 5 to get there, wasn't it?
Here's Brown, spun to the ground by 3 defenders. Wildey still on due registration from Wakefield, of course. Attempt to pass that Penny very nearly made an intercept grab at. Instead, it's taken on by Campbell, who's kicked it on. Campbell's still chasing it. Campbell and Penny. Penny's got a foot to it, but he's not going to stop the try. Well, the referee isn't sure. Wants to have a look at this again, because there was an awful lot of the ball on the ground and limbs hacking at it and kicking at it. But is this going to be a try? Another try for Gareth Moore, with the benefit of the video referee. Ian Smith, it's over to you.
You can slow this down now. That's play on. So it's just the grounding. There's no obstruction. Oh, just jog that back, please. Right, just run that through really slow. So he gets it. Is a separation. There's separation. Have you got another angle on that, please? This one. Keep running. No try. Loses it. Dave, it's no try. 20-metre restart. It's a knock-on in the in-goal area.
So Swinton get a bit of fortune this time. No try. A decision goes their way.
No complaints from Gareth Moore, more importantly, so deep down he didn't feel it was a try either.
Well, he certainly claimed the one just before the break, didn't he? But not quite as vociferous in his claims for 4 points on that occasion. Backed up by the video referee Ian Smith, so no try. It remains 28 points to 6. Batley have the lead. And forward they bring it now to Swinton through Carl Foster. To his feet and plays it. Smith now. Looking left, on by Mike Morrison. Into the hands of David Mills. The big men combining. And they very nearly got it to the halfway line again here as well. Now it's going to be Mike Morrison to have a real big hit forward. Important that these forwards get a bit of momentum, get a bit of leeway for their side. It's a slow play, the ball. Smith. Watson drops it back onside for Chazai Anson. He's going to be tackled. Here comes a kick by Watson.
It's a better set from Swinton.
Watson, Campbell just watching it, and Campbell almost got caught out there.
That's a great set from Swinton.
Certainly was going to go dead, but my word, the kick held and held and held, and Campbell in the end had to panic that away.
Well, great chase from Armstrong there. He didn't give up on it. He could have been like the rest of them and thought it was going dead, but he didn't give up on it. Really chased through hard and put some pressure on. Very good work. But their play the balls were just so slow that set. Most of the tackles were dominated by the Batley forwards, and they need to quicken that play the ball up so they're not kicking off that back foot.
Well, maybe that little moment represents a slight turning point in this game. Maybe there is a chance for Swinton to get themselves back in it. Remember, 26-0 down against Dewsbury, and they made a fantastic fight of it in the second half, and here they find themselves 28-6 down to Dewsbury's heavy woolen neighbours Batley. But are they on the verge of something big here? A little bit of spark maybe. Watson, left it goes to Ainscough, tries to take them on. 3 defenders waiting for him, so he'll play it. And here's Smith, and Smith looks left, and Watson now skips it on again. Armstrong is combining a couple of defenders, and out he goes.
You know, it's really, really hard. They've made the point just not moments ago about the speed of Swinton's play the ball, and because these play the balls are so slow, it enables the Batley defence to not only be aggressive, but be aggressive in numbers and close down any pass play that Swinton try and put on. Got to find some ruck speed is probably what we're saying, Dave.
And you don't magic that up all of a sudden, do you?
No,
or can you? You
roll your sleeves up and you take some people either side of you that might take some defenders off you, so you get a one-on-one opportunity and find the ground as hard as you can
and run like that with a bit of purpose. And that's the difference between the two teams at the moment. They're really running with some purpose. They've got plenty of numbers around the ball, the Batley side, and Swinton are the opposite.
So a scrum about 10 metres out, was it, from their own line, and Batley on tackle 2. They're very nearly on the halfway line. Here comes Alex Brown on the 3rd tackle, who's going to take it inside Swinton territory. So ominous again, making lots of yards with every carry at the moment. Skimmed across the line. This is Black, who gets it away to Lindsay. Ash Lindsay trying to crawl an extra yard or 2. Out it comes through Black once more, the offload, and here he comes again, Alex Walmsley. Support on the inside for Gareth Moore, not to be denied this time. His second of the night. It was a wonderfully crafted try on the back of a lot of hard work going down the middle. Gareth Moore with a touchdown. And Swinton are getting hammered here just at the moment. They need a response quickly.
Well, they're beaten off the ground again. It's Black that's the architect. Walmsley has to show up for him, and it hits the hole just around. Not enough defensive numbers in and around the ruck there. And free running for Gareth Moore, but it's Black's the architect in chief. He releases Alex Walmsley through the hole, shows enough speed and quality of pass to put Gareth Moore under the sticks.
Plenty of numbers. It's a question of who he was going to pass to, and Gareth Moore was the man who was there to touchdown, and he'll get the kick as well here. 32 points to 6. Chance to make it 34 points to 6. And it's just got an air of inevitability about it at the moment, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. And you know, look at the worrying sign again. They're letting Batley play the ball quick, and that's coming from the way they are running and with the numbers around the ball. And Black again just jumped out, and the big fella there, he Walmsley, he could have run over the top of Hawkyard there to try, but he showed his skills and threw the ball back on the inside. Very well worked try.
Oh, John Keir looking very content at the moment, and well he might be. The big man making the burst, Alex Walmsley, and Gareth Moore with the try. 18 points now, his personal tally, 5 goals, 2 tries. It's not a bad effort, is it, really, for a Thursday night?
Good night out. You know, Morrison there, he raced in on Black, and there was no need for him to do that. And, you know, mentioned before, they're all offside in that kickoff there, but mentioned before, blokes like Black, ball players like that, they attract those defenders, and that's what they look to do. They look to drag people out of that defensive line, and when they do that, they can really make the opposition pay.
Well, Walmsley blasting it forward again there, but some miscommunication with the handling has given possession away here. A knock on by Walton. Or was it him that trapped it? I think it was him that trapped it. The knock-on had taken place earlier as well, hadn't it?
Yeah, I
so Swinton at head and feet here.
I think it was Walton that threw it to Ash Lindsay, who didn't want it.
So Swinton have a chance. Armstrong looking to muscle it forward again. 3 defenders around him. Here comes Mark Smith. To promote it down this left-hand side with Mike Morrison, but not too much purchase for him, and it's really noticeable, isn't it, how slow it is. But they have been given a penalty. Holding down too long. So what can Swinton make of this? Here comes Forster. Now it's on with Watson. Batley numbering up well. Not being caught out. Smith again. Smith to his right. Ainscough gets it on again to Sam Ray. He's going to be held up just short. Smith moves into acting half. Throwing it to that left-hand side. Now taken on by Watson, and they switch it back to this right-hand side. Well, it's a little bit scruffy at times. It's still alive here, but Mort dealt with adequately enough. Hyanson, Watson, Mills. He's going no further than that. I think he might have lost it. Referee's not seen it. He's got away with it. Here comes Mark Smith. Smith with a little grubber kick between them. And it's knocked hither and thither, but it's Batley who come up with possession. And perhaps just as well, really, because Mills dropped that.
Yeah, there might have been a hand in there from Walmsley, to be honest. You know, referee didn't see it. He definitely dropped it. Whether a hand in or not, they're not. But the end to the set was pretty ineffective. It was the first time they had field position, and just stinks of one of those teams. You think they're going through the motions. You know, obviously their coach is not here tonight, Steve McCormack. That may have an effect on the enthusiasm, and shouldn't, but you know, sometimes you can't countenance for things like that.
Here's Alex Brown.
Their set was very predictable, though, wasn't it? It was one-out play.
Oh, here they come again, and a bit of pace provided by Black. Which way is he going? He's going back for Wildy. Wildy looks for support. Good cover defence coming across. The ball's gone to ground. It has been dropped on. And the referee says there's no advantage there, so head and feet goes Swinton's way.
There's Black again. It hits a hole for somebody this time. Gets a great release. Does the right thing. Passes it on. I think if Wildy looks inside here at Potts, I think Potts goes under the sticks, but just overreach each other, and great scramble defence from Swinton.
Well, that showed an air of desperation, didn't it? That showed an air of determination.
Do you know what? But it's all in the wrong parts of the field. Get desperate at the other end of the field, and the game becomes a whole lot easier. You know, I mean, great desire, and not taking anything away from, I think it was Chaz Hyanson then, and who screeched back and made the cover tackle. And there's a whole lot to do if you do the simple things around the ruck first, you know, the things that are causing you the problems in the first place.
So a chance to try and blast it forward again here for Swinton, but a lot of hard yards to be done again. They've had to do plenty of hard work inside their own half. This is Mills. Good hit forward by him, but defenders are there to make sure his progress is limited. Smith from acting half again. Hyanson held up. Still 10 short of the halfway line, and we've had 4 tackles already. Smith now. This is Forster. Toughish work at the moment, but back it goes to Watson, who puts a kick downfield. Back is Campbell, and I think we're going to see the introduction of Liam Walmsley for his debut in just a second, but not before Johnny Campbell has made a bit of an impression. You see him standing on the touchline there on the far side, Liam Walmsley.
I'll tell you what, Walton's carried the ball strong tonight, hasn't he?
Who's that, sorry?
Walton, the centre.
Yeah.
Dented the line every time.
Both centres on both sides. Danny Moore on this side, he's been very strong as well.
Here he comes, Liam Walmsley, making his debut tonight with a headband on. His big brother has already made a big impression, Alex Walmsley. But Liam making his first steps as well. Moore with a kick, taken easily enough by Richie Hawkyard. Runs back. Tackle made by Mark Applegarth. Little help from Keegan Hurst. Little pick up and a dart here by Hawkyard. Oh, what a good solid hit as well. Liam Walmsley was involved there as well, wasn't he? Sure, it was his shoulder in the end.
He's bouncing around. He's desperately keen to get involved, isn't he?
Oh, that looked forward, and the referee calls it as such, just as Penny's in full flight. Johnny Campbell had his number anyway. Was this forward, fellas?
Yeah, I thought so.
Maybe unlucky with the
Kevin
one in the
Penny
first half, but
hoped it wasn't forward as well.
So here come Batley, leading as they do by 34 points to 6, and a chance to maybe push the button and get a few more points in the bag as well. Points difference could be a really crucial factor at the end of the season. I think they've picked up at least a point, a bonus point in every game they played this season, Batley, if I'm not mistaken. Even the ones they've lost, they've never lost by more than 12, so they've always got something from a game.
Yeah, that's a credit to John Kieran and the players. You know, they're obviously a team that just absolutely never give in.
Here's Wildey, looking to take them on, seeing if maybe Ianson was offside. The referee says play on. Here it comes again now. Applegarth back to the middle. Little show by Moore. It's a loose pass behind Liam Walmsley. Picked up and pushed forward. Well, this is Walmsley now, who's standing at dummy half. I wonder if he fancies a go himself or whether he's just going to shuffle it away. He's going to have a go himself. Here he comes and takes it forward with real effort as well, didn't he?
A good leg speed. Took off well out of there.
Last tackle. Black with a kick. Taken by Mark Smith, dragged back towards his own half. Swinton start from there, and you can almost hear the sagging of their hearts and the knowledge that they've got an awful long way to go here. Good kick, good pressure.
I do think they've been a little bit better this second half, Swinton, albeit they're not quite where Batley are, but I do think they're a little bit more push and a little bit more leg drive to ground, a little bit more. They might change this game. I don't think they will, but they might.
Well, 28 points the difference. They have to score 5 tries, kick 5 goals and not concede any. It's a little hard to imagine at this stage.
I think, you see, you took me literally there, didn't you, Mr. Woods?
They've still got the 12-point margin to aim for, haven't they? If they can get back within 12, it gives them a bonus point, which is something of a target right now. I suggest the more imminent target is not to concede any more tries.
And it's just, you see that an indication for our viewers about the way that Batley are running the ball as well. It's probably there we see another example of meters after, Potts made 10 meters after contact with 2 Swinton players, and now you see Alex Brown do exactly the same thing. Really
well then, didn't he? And he's unlucky that his team can't make more of it than they have. Ben Black, a little of handling error has put them back about 15 meters or so, but Alex Brown did really well to keep that ball alive. Here come Batley again now, looking for a way through the middle. Ash Lindsay still going, wants to get up and play it. Referee says get on with it. Here it comes, dummy half taken out by Wildey. Into Mark Smith, tough customer. Smith holds him up, puts him down, or at least tries to put him down. This is Moore off that left foot. Tested here for Hawkyard, who's underneath it safely enough, up in midair, comes down safely, and the touch judge is on here. He's seen something.
You know what? I think it was his own player that did it.
Yeah, I think it was too. I thought that at first it was his own player that took him while he was in the air.
Yeah,
but,
me too. Let's have a look. Well,
yeah, it is.
It's his own player that takes him, but I think he's suggesting that Alex Brown pushed.
Yeah. It was a left arm in the back of Ian Mort, wasn't it?
In the back of Ian Mort, and that's why he's given the penalty.
Referee's just being rewired here. New batteries put in, I think.
Yeah, that's the signal.
He's going up and down this hill. He needs new batteries, doesn't he?
He's getting through to full time if he can.
I think he's done a pretty good job tonight, Dave Merrick. He's refereed the game very well. He's missed that one drop ball up there that he may have been onside on him, but everything else he's made some calls off his own bat rather than go to the screen and come up and they looked like they were decent calls, and I think he's handled himself pretty well.
Swinton looking to get out of trouble again here. Nashall moving up at dummy half. Back it comes now to Ainscough. Try and make things go here, Penny. A real blur on that left-hand side just for a moment there, Penny, as he took off. He's caught and lost it. It's gone to ground off the hand of Mike Morrison. Knock on. Oh, that sums up Swinton's night, doesn't it?
Do you know what? I can't really criticise them for what they did there, because they were trying to be a little bit more expansive. They've got half a break. Penny comes in the middle. The quality of the skill at the end can probably be questioned, but they've got to play a little bit to get back into this game, haven't they? And that's just too hard for Morrison to pick off the floor. That they're lumbering giants. They're not. They don't have the dexterity that probably Kevin Penny has on the floor.
Oh, another tough take-up by Jason Walton. Should have been playing a couple of weeks ago when we were here, but he was put down with a bug. Had an illness. He very nearly made the game despite an illness that had put him out of commission for most of the day, but the last minute he pulled out of it. He's a tough customer. Penalty here for Batley. 21.5 minutes still to go.
This fella's got a non-stop engine, hasn't he? Ash Lindsay tidies everything up. He does 30 tackles a game. He's must have done about 20 carries now.
Back it comes to Black, and Black with a step and the support and a try on his debut. Liam Walmsley keeping it in the family. Both brothers have made a touchdown today, but that's the one that we celebrated the most in the Walmsley household tonight. How popular a scorer is he? The ex-Dewsbury Celtic youngster has put Batley out of sight. 38 points to 6 now.
He's on cloud 9 here, and again it's Ben Black that picks a hole between two defenders, and he goes between Ainscough again and Morrison, and all he has to do is find someone who's outside, and that willing outside player is Liam Walmsley. Here goes Ben Black, steps off the right foot and just frees Liam Walmsley up on his debut. We'll remember that for a long, long time.
How many yards? 5 or 65?
Well, by the time it gets to next Wednesday, it'll probably be 75.
Really? He's taking a... Do you remember your first ever try?
I don't think I scored any in 402 games.
You'd have been 43 when you scored your first try, wouldn't you? Well, there's the kick. More. Over it goes again. 6 out of 7. 40 points to 6. And there he is, the man of the moment, Liam Walmsley, the youngster making his debut here tonight, off the bench in the second half. And he has got himself on the score sheet. It's a marvellous moment for the young man, isn't it, David?
Very good, you know, and he look, since he's come out onto the field, he's ran hard, he's been sniffing around that ball. He even had to jump into dummy half and carry one himself there, and you know, he pushed up well with Black and put himself in the position to score the try. So good work from him, and first one in there to congratulate him was Big Brother.
Well, here comes the restart, and here is Big Brother Alex Walmsley. Certainly Big Brother in terms of physicality. He's huge, isn't he, Alex Walmsley? Oh, and Alex Brown has left it behind. Little knock on, little fumble, so it just gives a little respite to Swinton. No more than that, you fancy. Head and feet at the scrum.
Well, let's see if they've got a few more ideas in this set. I think the last set was pretty ineffective in attack. I think we've already seen one, but let's see what they've got. There's nothing to lose now, have they? They might as well be as...
Well, they've got the players out there to do it, haven't they? The likes of Ihansen and
sure.
Ainscough, who's got the ball here, and Armstrong, another one who's got Super League experience with St Helens. So they have the nous and the wherewithal. Here comes Kevin Penny. But having taken it in, he's suddenly taken back. He's lost about 10 yards there with that Big shoulder charge from 3 Batley defenders. This is Morrison.
The line speed's very good, isn't it? The Batley defence and that. He got hurt there, Morrison.
Slow to his feet. Ashall. This is Watson trying to create something. Ainscough coming round the back, delays the pass, flicks it, not sure who to. Alex Brown is the man who picks it up. Stop him if you can. Nobody's going to catch him. Alex Brown down this left-hand side. And he will score by the side of the sticks. Absolute flyer. From the minute the ball went to the ground, you knew there was going to be only one outcome. Alex Brown over the touchline. A little bit of the Usain Bolts about it too.
Well, trying to create an opportunity is Ainscough, but unfortunately runs out of space, runs out of runners, throws the ball to the ground, and it's see you later. They weren't going to catch him, were they?
And if memory serves, he scored the exact same try last time we were here, didn't he? With the interception from the other Brown, Sheffield's Brown, and he caught it, and I think he might have gone further on that occasion, 80 yards, but down past in front of our game.
Yeah, it was exactly the same side of the field, and he did exactly the same thing, didn't he? And ran the length and scored. But you know, Swinton, you've got to, you know, you've got to give them a little bit of praise there. They're trying to throw that ball around and make something happen. When you're this far behind, you've got to have a go. You've got to change things up a bit, and that's what they did. The ball just went to ground, and when you got someone that quick picking the ball up, it's very hard to catch, especially when your fullback's up there looking for that the offload.
Well, just doing the maths here, but Moore has scored 2 tries. He's now kicked 2 goals, 7 goals. It's 22 points just for him tonight.
Big effort from him. He's been very good, and the other halfback as well has been excellent. He's been at the back end of everything, and you know, they've got a good football side here, Batley.
It makes it easier when you're scoring underneath the sticks or just to the side of the sticks as well, doesn't it, for a goal kicker to clock up the points. Here comes Ian Mort, no mean goal kicker himself, but he's not had that many opportunities here tonight, just the one. And I'm sure he'd settle for at least one more before the night's out, but with 16 minutes left to play, the clever money is on Batley scoring again, because they really have the complete dominance here. Little break through Lindsay was that, who's made real progress down the middle. Wildy from dummy half. Here comes Keegan Hurst.
Swinton just can't keep them up there, can they?
It's just a flow down the hill. There's some real big efforts going in as well. Well, it's slow. What's the referee given here? I think he's given a knock-on against Liam Walmsley, hasn't he?
That's it. Get him off the field. Scores a try and then knocks on. Get him off.
He charged onto that paw there, though, with some purpose, didn't he? He looked like he sort of half went through, and that must have been in the little bit of the wrestle that he lost it.
I've been impressed tonight with Ash Lindsay as well. You know, Ben Black's probably been the eye catcher so far with all the things he's done has resulted in a try, but Ash Lindsay's been the hard work of that kind of back of the scrum, half-back combination type of play.
Ashall helping it on, but dummy half.
Well, I agree with Dave. You know, Jason Walton, every time he carries the ball, the pigeons go flying, don't they?
Yeah.
Scatters them everywhere.
He's a former Salford lad, isn't he, Jason Walton? City Reds. Here's Ashall, another of the ex-Saints Academy players on the pitch. There's 1 or 2, or there's a player injured. The Swinton player's gone down. Like it might have been a latish tackle. Well, the touch judge is on to have a word here.
Foster, Applegate with a shoulder charge on Foster, I think.
This is the moment.
Well, there's nothing in that, is there?
I didn't think so at first when it happened. I thought it was as he was passing the ball, Applegate shot up out of the line very quickly, and you know, I think the rugby league have to be careful that they don't start, you know, stamping these sort of things out. It's a tough game and played by tough men, and you know, we don't want foul play, but toughness I think we still need in the game.
I agree with you, and we're probably drifting onto the debate that's in the game at the moment about shoulder charging, aren't we?
Well, at the moment it's legal, isn't it? The shoulder charge is legal as long as it keeps
so it should be
shoulder and down. We've seen some massive hits. The Sam Burgess, Fooey Fooey Moi Moi is the one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
And if you've never seen that, have a little look on YouTube. Sam Burgess, Fooey Fooey Moi Moi, fantastic. Here, Swinton with a chance. Ainscough with a reach, who's taken it well. A good cover from Danny Morn, who was in there to make the tackle. Switched left again now. Watson looking to get it going. Watson gets it back again as well. The ball over the top. Penny's there on that left-hand side. His way closed up, so he has to come searching. Back down the middle. Collard grabbed a hold of by Matty Wildy, but he does get it away. On goes Glenn Riley and keeps it alive well. Armstrong still going here. Tom Armstrong. Well, they're showing some endeavour here. Watson looking for who wants this. It's Ainscough, and Ainscough grubbering it through. A lovely diving, saving plunge there. Gareth Moore, I think it was again, wasn't it, who's got himself in there and got Batley out of trouble, and they can bring it forward again now.
Was that Alex Walmsley carrying the ball at dummy half? Surely not.
I think it was.
Yeah.
It's got to be the biggest dummy half carrier I've ever seen. Or unless because it was Leslie Vainicolo. He was fairly large.
Here's Alex Brown. 13 minutes of the match remaining. Batley on course for a victory that will take them just a place up the table, up into third. 33 from their 15
Just going back
games.
to that shoulder charge debate, Dave, as we see a kick here from, I think, Wildy down the field. If you were to invent a game where people just ran out at each other as hard as they possibly could, that's got an element of recklessness, isn't it? It's a great game. We want to see them getting into each other, don't we?
I don't think there's any suggestion of the shoulder charge being banned, though, is there?
Hope not.
I think it's just a debate because we've seen one or two high shots both here and in Australia that have led to
Well, a high
some
shot's
injuries.
different, isn't it? A high shot's a high shot.
A shoulder charge that went high.
Right.
So that's what's brought it into focus, isn't it? Here, Swinton have it through Ianson. He's just about on the halfway line. Carlisle Shawley's the man at dummy half. Picks it up, scoots, gets the kick away. Where's this going? Into the in-goal area.
Good kick.
Picked up safely enough by Gareth Potts. Potts to run it back, but well met by two defenders who are quickly there.
It's a lot better kick there, and a good chase, and you know that's in their game. That's there for them. I'd like to see their standoff, Ainscough, just straighten up a little bit and have a go at the defensive line himself. He's looked a little bit dangerous with the ball in hand, but then he's been prepared to pass rather than have a go himself, and I think he might cause a little bit more damage if he does start doing that.
It's Byron Smith who's back on the field. A recent interchange. And again, it's going to be a kick out of dummy half. It was behind the 40, but I don't think it's going to trouble the sideline. It's more a kick to put Swinton on the back foot again. Here's Ian Mort to return it. Look at that, really enthusiastic chase by Batley, and it means that Swinton start from there with only half their players behind the ball when it's played, and so some tough work to do. Here's Armstrong on that left-hand side, and a cross go the Batley players. They're going laterally at the moment, Swinton, not making too much progress forward. Maybe now this time with a drive from Dale Cunniff, and a decent carry, but not too much yardage made. 3 gone, 3 to go. Swinton still deep inside their own half. 11 minutes of the match remaining, and Ian Watson of all the players spills it. Just a little lack of concentration, and head and feet Batley, and you fear there might be another try coming here.
Not Swinton's night, is it really? You know, they've been out enthused in probably pretty much every area of the game, haven't they?
With a stoppage here.
Injury to Cunniff, is it?
I think so.
His wrist.
I was going to say he was limping back to the scrum, but if it's his wrist, he shouldn't need to limp.
Oh,
really.
you always have to have a limp. Even if it's your wrist, have a limp. Look, so I'm hurt.
A limp wrist.
Yeah, limp wrist. I like it.
Here comes Applegarth. Driving it in. Paul Mennell. Boy, you need some looking after, you two, don't you? Yeah. Pointing in the right direction. Here comes Byron Smith. Smith with a drive and a twist. Looking to offload, but he can't do so because the Swinton defenders have swarmed around him. But Mennell picks up again from dummy half. And now it's the surge from Mark Applegarth, who's over for another if Ian Smith deems this a try, because the video referee is being called for again. So Ian Smith, it's over to you.
We're looking for obstruction. So this lead runner going through. The pass, he goes to the gap. There's no obstruction there. The defenders go to the decoy runner. So it's just the grounding, please. You got anything on the grounding? Defenders go to the decoy runner, which is what they want him to do. And the grounding's okay, so that's a try. Dave, that's a try.
9th of the night for the Batley Bulldogs. Try confirmed. And they've taken it to the half century. 50 points to 6.
It's a two-pass play to Mark Applegarth, who attracts, I mean, it's actually Green that attracts the attentions of the young front rower from Swinton, Glenn Riley, and he'll look at back, and part of his learning curve will be about nominating on the line and seeing who's got who, because when two people go for the same hole, as Batley did there, it's really important that communication on your goal line is important, and it was a walk-in for Mark Applegarth again.
Well, he scored the first try of the night, the 7th minute. Similar type of position for him as well, wasn't it?
It was, and look at, you know, Brian's mentioned Ash Lindsay. He's another one. He carries the ball all night, tackles all night. When you got two blokes like that in your back row, you're doing all right. And he did very well to score the try there, but Green just took some flies off him and opened that hole up a little bit more.
John Keir looking on. Marlon Billy, the standing coach for the night, the interim coach. I think that's the word of the moment, isn't it? Interim. Everyone seems to have an interim at the moment. Rugby League has an interim chairman at the moment. Here comes the restart. High and hanging, and it will be collected safely enough on that occasion by Gareth Moore, and back with another clattering surge comes James Green. It's just been relentless all night. If it hasn't been Green, it's been Walmsley. If it hasn't been Walmsley, it's been Smith. If it hasn't been Smith, it's been Keegan Hurst. They've got some big engines out there, haven't they? Yeah. And they're helped by another penalty here. Kick by Gareth Moore. Left-footed finds touch. A good 5 yards inside their opponent's half, so here they come forward again. Bretherton with a lead drive. It's Paul Mennell who stands and waits. Forward again by James Green. Referees have a good peering look here, making sure there's no nonsense going on in the tackle. Eventually it's played. Well, eventually it'll be played. Although James Green wants to make his mark. Mennell, here's Moore. Back it goes to Ben Black. Here comes the run of Jason Walton. And Walton just side down, got it away. It's another try. I think it's Ben Black who got there in the end. Byron Smith who got there in the end. Similar in not too many respects. Byron Smith with a try. It's the 10th of the night. He's another who's just signed a new contract, so celebrating that fact. And it's now a question of how many more will Batley score here. It's another great carry from Walton, but Ben Black goes across the line and drags defenders. He drags Cunniff away from the line, which gives Walton the running opportunity. And you have to say Byron Smith gets lucky on the thrown ball there. And it's a great finish from Smith, but he's not a great deal to do, has he? He did well though, Brian. He did well because he pushed up off Applegarth as an option runner and then stayed alive back on the inside. He didn't give up on it, and for a prop, that's especially like Baz, to have to think about doing that. A couple of things in in the one movement, he did very, very well. Well, we've seen what these props like to do. Sorry, Dave. You know these props, they don't want to go more than 5 metres, do they? We've seen plenty of Stuart Dickens, haven't we, over the years, the Featherstone prop forward, and what he brings to that team. And I think John Keir has said this week that he sees Byron Smith as Batley's Stuart Dickens. That's praise indeed, isn't it? It is great praise, and you can see why he likens him to Stuart Dickens. He's very similar in build and very similar in attitude. By the way, mounting up for Gareth Moore, because 26 points he's now scored, and he might get another chance to kick for goal here, because Batley threatening to make the break. Play on. It's play on. Came off the boot, the referee says, so Batley still have it. 58 points to 6. Here comes Alex Brown. This is Mennell. Oof.
Oh, great tackle.
You could hear the oof.
What a good
from
tackle.
Byron Smith as he ran into Neil Holland. Big hit.
Well, that was a great tackle from Neil Holland. I don't care what anybody says, as good as we've seen.
A gap spotted by Ben Black, but as he darted into it, it closed up. He was desperately trying to get his arms free, but he can't do so. So down he goes. The ball's come free. Referee says knock on. Head and feed Swinton. What about this for a tackle? What about this? Bang! Oof. Rib cage rattled.
That was a great tackle, wasn't it? Well done, Neil Holland.
Now Swinton looking for a bit of pride back. The pride of the Lions they're searching for here in the last 4 and a bit minutes. 58-6 they lead. They're losing. Just short of the halfway line. Swinton looking to pick it up and get on their way again here. Forward pass. Well, we called it, referee called it, and how many times has Kevin Penny been on the end of a forward pass tonight? I think that's a hat-trick of forward passes, isn't it?
He doesn't need that advantage with his pace that he's got, does he? You know, and
would you like to see him back in Super League? Do you think there is a place for him back in Super League? Is his defensive frailties too much of a hindrance? I'm looking at both your faces. He's not going back to Super League, is he? Here comes a kick downfield. Inside the 40. It's a chase here. A chase by Brown. Oh, he's bounced it. He's bounced it. Knock on.
Of course he can play in Super League again.
Well, it's one of those eras. I mean, you talk about Brian Bevan, who none of us saw, I'm sure, but people talk about how good he was, and he couldn't defend. In the modern game, we'd never have seen a Brian Bevan. Kevin Penny, 20, 30 years ago, would have been an absolute revelation.
But the role of the winger has changed, you know. It's just, nobody's queuing up anymore to sit on the wing, you know. The office door from the coaches is full of wingers and fullbacks these days because they're not doing enough. You want 20 carries from them, and the 5 or 6 decisions that they have to make defensively, they have to make because they have less to do than the people in the middle. So the pressure and the scrutiny that comes with that position now is a whole lot more than it used to be, and rightly so.
Cooperative man of the match, who's it going to be tonight?
Well, I think there's been some. It's obviously going to be a Batley play. I thought Ash Lindsley's impressed me in the middle of the park, doing all the tough stuff as well as all the big front rowers. But that fella as well has impressed me with Jason Walton.
Oh, how forward was that?
But it's gone to a piano player, not a piano carrier. So it's gone to Ben Black tonight because I think he's been at the hub, and Gareth Moore's had obviously had a fabulous game with the number of points he scored. But I think with the creative element and the breaks that he's made and the way he's got the team around the field, it should go to Ben Black.
Congratulations to Ben Black. He is our cooperative man of the match tonight. A smile on his face because I'm sure he knows what's coming his way, and a smile on his face also because Batley are easy winners here tonight. 58 points to 6. They've scored 30 points in this second half. 28 in the first. James Green again looking to set a platform here off which Batley can work. Time for another try, maybe more. Cross it goes to Ben Black. Black over the top, and it's caught by Johnny Campbell, who slides in for the 11th try of the night for the Batley Bulldogs. It will almost certainly be the last act of the night as well. Wonderful in its inception and execution, and 62 points to 6 is the lead now.
And you have to say it's justified. Ben Black with the vision now to see that Penny was in off his wing. Just gave Johnny Campbell a free running. Not quite got the numbers right on the long side on the keep going, and a 3-on-2 on the fringe there. Ben Black again picks out the right man with an excellent pinpoint pass. Liam Wolseley tracting defenders with the quality of his dummy run, but an easy finish for Johnny Campbell in the corner.
It's his first try of the night tonight, isn't it? Johnny Campbell, 11 tries scored, and he finally gets in on the act. And Gareth Moore, who's been kicking for fun, well, this will take him into double figures. This will take him to 10 goals for the night if he puts this over. He's only missed 1 kick so far 9 out of 10, his record. There's the hooter. That ends the suffering from Swinton's point of view. It's just a question of whether Gareth Moore can add the 2 points here. Oh, he's put it wide. He's
Jinxed him, Dave.
But 9 out of 11 is not bad. The hooter's sounded. Gareth Moore with applause for the fans, and he might well be applauded. 26 points he has scored himself tonight in what has been an absolute rout. 62 points to 6. Batley have beaten Swinton here in the second half. They were absolutely unstoppable, and a try on his debut as well. Liam Walmsley will be hearing from the main characters and having an analysis after this break.